Hi OVA, I'm LP, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stage 3 and some of the things that you need to think about when you design practice for your athletes in that stage. So from our OVA homepage, we're going to click on this image right here, scroll down and click on Return to Play. In this section, you're going to find all of the Return to Play protocols. The one that we are interested in here is the first one at the top of the page, and that is our indoor Return to Play for stage 3. Now let's skip over the first guidelines and let's go directly to the programming page so we can look at what practice is actually going to look like once we get on the court. So a couple of things to look at here. Although scrimmages and gameplay are allowed, your sessions need to be no longer than 120 minutes. So you're going to have to design your practice in a way that can fit in that time frame. And you're also going to have to plan your session to allow for frequent breaks so that your athletes and coaches can sanitize their hands and also sanitize equipment if necessary. Now, what's probably the most important aspect of stage 3 is that physical distancing is not required during practice, but deliberate contacts between athletes are not allowed and they must be eliminated and avoided. So that is going to be probably your main consideration when you design your drills. You're going to want to design drills that will eliminate the risk of athletes getting close to each other and bumping into each other. And that is going to look different whether you're coaching 13 new athletes or 18 new athletes. Obviously, they don't have the same level of body awareness, court awareness, and ball control. So think about that and design drills where ball retrieval and movement of players between stations in the drill are planned in a way that will avoid the contacts between players. Very, very important point here. Now, although physical distancing is not required on court, it is definitely required when you're off the court. So you're going to have to plan that as well in your practice planning because players who are not involved in your drill are going to have to be physically distanced from other players off court, and they will also have to wear their mask just like coaches do. Finally, as you think about your practice and design all of your drills, remember that you are allowed to have a maximum of 6 active players per half of the court. So this is something you're going to have to plan for. This means that although you can have 12 players in your practice, you cannot have a drill where 11 players are on one side and 1 player is on the other side. You really have to split your groups so as to not have more than 6 players per half court. My suggestion to go even further here would be to plan your practices so that the same 6 players stay on the same half of the court for the entire session. This way you're limiting interaction between all of the players in your group, and this will make your practice a little bit safer as well. So if all of that looks a little bit confusing for you, well, lucky for you, we have done a little bit of the work in the Coach Academy. So just go to the Coach Academy and go to the Return to Play section and click on Adapted Drills right here on the left. And this will take you to the section where we have all of our drill suggestions for stage 2 and stage 3 so that you can return to practice safely. So for example, if you wanted to train defense in stage 3, you can click on this, watch the video, and you will get a lot of examples of how you can train defense with your athletes in a safe way while respecting all of the recommendations and rules that I just mentioned. So this is where you're going to find this information. Go on there, watch the videos, design creative practices where you can keep everyone safe and so that we can keep playing the sport that we all love. And we certainly have to be safe, but we need to remember to always have fun in what we do. So train safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.